Hey everybody, Jason Barnaby from Firestarters Incorporated, and rocking the orange because say it with me, ABB, always be branding. And I'm also kind of branding with this hair thing I got going on during COVID-19. I'm calling it the Heat Miser Do. I think Dan Lucarelli from Underground Safety Alliance made that comparison. I'm still trying to figure out where to look on this Zoom thing. So if you don't feel like I'm looking at you, I apologize for that. Um, I have not done a video for a while and wanted to come on and talk real talk. Um, I talk a lot in my business about overcoming fear and facing your what if abouts, which are the things that I call those pesky fears that try to control us and keep us feeling small. Um, and I want to dedicate this video to a couple of people. The first person is Thomas West. I was a guest on Thomas's podcast yesterday morning. The episode won't be ready for a while, but we recorded yesterday. And I got to tell you, during this whole COVID thing, I used to get up between 5:30 and 6 in the morning. And yesterday, I was scheduled to be on his podcast at 9 o'clock, and my alarm went off at 10 till 8. And in all honesty, I laid there in my sleepy, groggy brain and I did the math to say, how long can I sleep and stay in bed, get up and get coffee, and have my voice not sound like I just rolled out of bed, good enough for a podcast? It turns out that was till at about 8:27, which was when I finally rolled out of bed. But when I woke up that morning, I got to tell you guys, and if you're an Enneagram person, I'm a 7 on the Enneagram, so I'm an enthusiast. The grass will always be greener on the other side. The sun will always come out tomorrow. The glass is always half full. You name it, I subscribe to it. Seriously. Um, I woke up yesterday and I was like, I'm not sure I want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm full of fear of what's coming and what might be coming and what's not coming. And the thing about me is I can be super light, like really excited about things. But if I let myself get into my headspace, I can go really dark really quickly. And my opportunity to be on Tom's podcast yesterday was so good for me because he was asking me questions and I was able to speak my truth out loud to me. Does that make sense? Speak it out loud to me about me. And that was so helpful. And part of this is because as a one person organization, um, I'm on my own, right? So I'm the guy who sells, who writes content, who markets, who delivers, who facilitates, who sends invoices, who does like I'm doing it all right now. And in this current climate, I haven't had a win. I haven't sold anything. I've been busy with things that I had going, but I haven't sold anything new. And I said that to my wife yesterday, who's incredibly wise. And I said, it's just hard. I haven't had a win for a while. And she said, well, but you haven't had a loss either. And that's true. But that's the other thing that I'm feeling. And that is that we are all experiencing a level of loss. Graduation, senior proms, spring breaks, last year of high school, baseball season. I mean, you name it, like whatever, we're all experiencing loss. Some of us have lost loved ones. And so that level of loss may be different, but we're all going through loss. And it's hard. It's really, really hard. And today I got an opportunity to be part of a virtual conference that Sean Neal put on, which if you're not connected with any of the people I'm mentioning, Sean or Tom, get connected with them. Amazing people. Sean put this thing together, contacted me about 3 weeks ago and said, hey, do you want to be a part of this thing? It's going to be a virtual conference. I have no idea how many people we had, but we did some really cool tech where it was streaming from somewhere else. We were sort of backstage on a Zoom, in a Zoom room on a Zoom call with the speakers. We did a live panel. There was opportunity for breakout sessions. Um, and this is what I'm calling the new now. This is not new normal. Okay. A global pandemic is not normal. It's not. What's new normal is what's going to be on the other side of what we're doing. That's where, but we're not there yet. New normal is going to be for many of us like, what does it look like to go back to the office? What is that going to look like? Are we still going to be allowed to work from home? How's that going to work? What's that policy going to be like? How's our team going to interact? That's not new normal. And new normal is not a global pandemic. This is new now. We're figuring it out. And by the way, nobody has this figured out. We're all bumping into each other. And for that reason, can I encourage you to give grace and space to folks around you and give grace and space to yourself? That's really, really important. Courteous goodwill is the definition that I use for grace. Be courteous to yourself. Give courteous goodwill to yourself and to others, because you don't know what those other people are struggling with. You don't know what the person who, if you go out, the person who's riding your bumper, who knows what they're going through. They may be trying to get to a hospital to deal with a loved one or to deal with something. There's all kinds of things that could be happening with that. And so how do you get through that new now? How do we work through that? We work through it together. We do it together. That's what we do. And so giving yourself grace and space. And then the other thing, the other person I want to give a shout out to is Gary Turner. Gary, I'm so happy that we got a chance to talk today. Gary lives across the pond in the UK, has been separated from his wife since really the beginning of this thing for different reasons. And it was just so great to connect with people in my tribe today, and so great in the last 24 hours to have an opportunity to do what I love. And that is this, it's to talk to people, to get up in front, to share content, to share ideas, to challenge people. And I got an opportunity to do that because Sean was willing to put this conference together, and because the other speakers that showed up were willing to do it for free for a good cause, and the money went to a good cause. But this is new now for us. And it's scary, and it's weird, and it's frustrating, and it's not reliable when it comes to technology, and it's different, and it feels like a kind of a scratchy wool sweater with no t-shirt underneath. Like, it just, you know what I mean? It's hard. We've got crazy hair coming through, and my mom or my wife made a grooming appointment for our dog yesterday, like for next week. I think we have a groomer right up the street, and I said, do they take humans? Because hello, clearly I'm needing some. So I guess what I want to wrap up and say in all of this is that we don't have it figured out, and that's okay. It's okay to be okay, and it's okay not to be okay. Just a shout out to Katie Matthews and her videos that she was doing a couple weeks ago. But I do know that connecting with people and staying in touch with your tribe and speaking your truths about you out loud is really important. Do that in a journal, say it in the mirror. But this head game can get real dark real quick, especially if you're by yourself at home. So check in on the strong ones, check in on those that are always checking in on everybody else. Check in on the ones you haven't heard from for a while. Reach out and show them that you care in some way, shape, or form, and serve, serve, serve. I can tell the people who I get messages from who are genuine, who really want to help and serve me, and those who just want to sell to me and want to capitalize on the fear. We are in this together, and we can do this together. We can ignite hope and torch fear. That's the mission statement of Firestarters Incorporated. We can do that. I'm here to do it with you. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out. Send me a direct message through LinkedIn. I want to be in this with you We are in this together. Grace and space and Tribe on.